The other day, Coach Barzokas revealed that Fournier called one of his assistants at 2 a.m. To ask about a flare screen he did wrong. He misread.
Hello, girls, and hello, all of you EuroLeague fans. I'm Giulia Cicchine. I'm from Italy, and I'm just so happy to bring you this third EuroLeague Friends episode. As you all know, we're a bunch of 9 girls coming from all across Europe. We're here just to give the most important and our perspective on the league, on its players, on the coaches. So let's just give a warm welcome to our latest addiction, the blonde girl one. She's from Kaunas, our Lithuanian contributors, Asta Zukaite. Hello, Asta, how are you?
Oh my God, hello. Yeah, I'm the only one blondie girl here in this podcast. Yeah, I'm so excited to finally join you girls on this EuroLeague and Friends podcast. As mentioned, my name is Asta, and as you probably know, my country is crazy about basketball, but what you might not know is that we've gone crazy about basketball podcasts. Yeah, there are so many of them. Yeah, it's just impossible to keep track. And here we are, girls talking EuroLeague, and I'm pretty sure bringing something fresh for Lithuanian fan and beyond.
From Spain, Milena Martin. Milena, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Estoy muy bien. ¿Y tú? How are you, girls? Really happy to be here. I just landed from Galicia and rush. I came here ready for the podcast.
And from Athens, or better, straight, Alta, Oaxaca, our EuroLeague expert, and most important, I don't know how to say hello in Greek, but you're going to teach me, and in the same way, you're going to teach me how to pick the right players in the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge, because she's the queen of all that. Vasiliki Karamusa, hello.
Hello, everyone. Julia, thank you so much for the kind words. This EuroLeague expert tagline that keeps following me, I don't know how did it come from, but it's going crazy. Like, I don't know why you keep referring to me like that. Because obviously I have been failing a bit on EuroLeague Fantasy, but hopefully sometimes I will start doing a little bit better.
Let's go on. As you mentioned, let's go with the topics of this third episode. And for sure, obviously, we need to go back in time, even with you, Vasiliki, because you were in Oaxaca. So the first things first that we are going to talk about is the Greek derby that you faced. And we all saw from our sofas, Panathinaikos against Olympiacos. And then we're going to talk about Zalgiris, about how it's going. And we're going to talk about Real Madrid and the fact that, they got 5 losses away from home. And luckily for me and for the Italians, we're going to say about the Italian team that both Milan and Virtus Bologna, they got finally 2 wins in a row. And then how about the next games week? Because yes, everything is going to be so on fire. That's how we say it in Italy. So I think that it's time for us to start. And Vasiliki, I'll start with you and Lisa. You were rocking the pregame show and even the postgame one. And David came from Los Angeles to feel the European and the EuroLeague atmosphere that we all felt from our sofa for the Oaxaca. But take us back. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely amazing. Like EuroLeague put that game into the spotlight for a reason, and both teams delivered. I think it's one of the greatest derbies I have ever witnessed, and let me say I have witnessed kind of a lot because these teams play like more than 10 times per year now. But there was even more impressive the fact that they showcased such a high level basketball so early on in the season, because we are just at the beginning of November. There were more than 54, I think, assists, the two teams combined. The third quarter, they couldn't miss. Panathinaikos had 10 out of 10 two-pointers and 4 out of 6 threes. Same with Olympiacos, 4 out of 6 threes and 8 out of 10 two-pointers. Like you were just going... And they were just scoring and scoring and scoring. It was unbelievable. It was amazing. Clutch plays, defense, offense, drama, emotions. Unbelievable.
I think this game was everything EuroLeague should show to the world. Like, it seemed like every single possession ended in a score. like Vasiliki said, and 63 points combined by both teams. So I was impressed. I don't know about you, Julia. Milena, what about you?
I was going to talk about Coach Ataman at the end of the game. Of course, he was not happy. He was complaining about the softness of his roster, of his team. But the thing is that he included the fans. For me, it's crazy. They were yelling and cheering the whole game with Vasiliki. You couldn't even hear each other during the pregame.
Yeah.
And Ataman said it was not enough for him.
Yeah, sometimes
it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, sometimes Coach Adaman says things he doesn't think through. I think after the game when the pulses are really high, but I'm pretty sure he's very appreciative of all Panathinaikos fans, not just on this game, but every game since last season, and the warm welcome they have for the team and for him personally. But I think he sometimes tries to motivate everybody because he knows how important it is to get as many wins as you can at home because of how competitive the league is. So he knows everybody to bring their A game day in and day out, Aka.
Our next pre-game show in a rivalry series game will be on November the 29th in Spain between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Obviously, the Clásico. And guess who's going to present it? Our girl, Milena. Do you feel the pressure, Milena?
Thank you. Yes, of course, but I like the pressure. And I'm really excited about the idea of being there in El Palau Blaugrana and hosting this Clásico of the basketball in Barcelona against Real Madrid. So can't wait.
Amazing. So as you said, Asta, yes, we should show this game globally, but even the pre-game and the post-game show with our girls, not only for the Greek Derby, but for every game, because it's the claim, every game matters. So I'm just trying to come with you, Asta, because I really like, obviously, the Greek Derby, but there was another game that I really like in my highest level, which is one with your team, obviously, in Germany, because Bayern, in my opinion, took away the, hottest label, the label of the hottest team of this first part of the EuroLeague to your Zalgiris. But did you expect it sparkling start like Zalgiris have? And did I pronounce it well? Zalgiris?
Yeah, correct. Zalgiris has really surprised everyone with their best ever start in EuroLeague. And, I would say there are two main reasons for that. It's exceptional defense and a bit of success, or maybe a lot of success. And, like what we called Zalgiris life play style in Lithuania, like suffering basketball, like painful basketball, maybe not beautiful to watch, maybe not so attractive or exciting, maybe boring for neutral fans, I don't know, but this team has something. Fighting spirits. You saw multiple comebacks this season, fairy tale endings, and this buzzer beater by Dunstan, and even in their last game, like in recent game against Munich, they were close to another comeback. And, I would say it's a good loss. Sometimes you say it's like a wake-up call because Zalgiris is still on the top of the EuroLeague standings and the hype around this team is huge. But there are many red flags in Zalgiris. And the main problems and the main issues lies in the offensive game. And so I think Zalgiris just needs someone who can bring life to their offense, and Lonnie Walker might just be that guy.
What do you think about Lonnie Walker signing, Asta? Because, his first European, not only EuroLeague, but European game was bad, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And also, he said, let me read, I could not put a basket in the ocean, but it's my first game. But we trust in him now. I think we're going to enjoy watching him play in the European cards.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It was a rough start, let's say, but it was amazing start and amazing performance in his first game in our national league on Sunday. He was the top scorer with 19 points. So nobody was criticizing him after the first game. Everybody believes in him. And he got a lot of attention here in Lithuania. And even Chima Moneke said that with Lonnie Walker, Zalgiris could be a contender in Final Four. Let's dream about that. But I think like any other player from NBA, he just needs time to adjust. And like EuroLeague has different style, you know that, and like every single possession, every single shot matters here. So the players just need to realize how intense and precise EuroLeague basketball is. But Walker has everything to be the next superstar in EuroLeague, I'm pretty sure, and he has everything to push that button Žalgiris needs most now.
Milan, I'm just coming to you because we spoke about top level teams. We just spoke about stars and the good things that happen in this round of EuroLeague. But now we need to talk about the bad things
Yeah, of
that
course.
that happen, and unfortunately they involve Real Madrid because they got lost in Milan, and it's their fifth loss away from home. What's happening? It's something to worry about in Madrid.
They're winless on the road, by the way. So in this concrete game, I think it was the defense, the controlling of the rebound. Zana Musa was out, but in general, in my personal opinion, I think they are still under construction. I mean, important pieces left the team. Chacho Rodriguez, Rudy Fernandez retired, Jabusel went to the NBA, Vincent Poirier, two FS, even Fabian Cosset, because he's a player that can come from the bench and make a big impact on the game. We saw him. So that's one part. And the other part, the newcomers, I think they're still finding their role. You know, I don't think it's easy to fit in Real Madrid's roster. And there's some few young players full of talent, of course, but a little bit inexperienced. And this in EuroLeague is so difficult. It's so difficult. So I think they have no time, but Real Madrid is a huge club and they need to win. There's no other option possible, you know? So let's see. I can imagine the pressure Chus Mateo has right now, but let's say they have, I think, 3 or 4 games at home, and maybe they can fix a little bit all this. I hope so.
Do you think that there will be additions coming in the way? Because like we said this before, I think like Real has a really tight roster, and when you have injuries, because now 3 players are out, Musa, Feliz, and Garoba are out, you don't have many options. And if one of your core players doesn't play well, as it happened with Facundo Cavasso in Milano, it's really hard to get a win. So do you think there will be any additions coming along the way?
I don't know. I fast, and they say they are enough, but I think they should. I mean, Campazo is playing so many minutes, and it's like now is the key player of the team. If something happens with him, I don't know what's going to happen with the team. So I hope they sign somebody and they improve their performance, of course.
Do you think Chus Mateo is currently on the hardest seat right now and can be fired?
I'm not sure if he can be fired, but as I say, Real Madrid must win. I mean, this is like this. So he's under pressure for sure.
It's in your mentality. It's like it sounds like Spanish mentality. Just it's so easy. Just we need to win.
Yeah. That's it. Let's see. I hope they can improve this week.
That's how probably you become one of the most winning team of the EuroLeague. You put the pressure on, because pressure, as we were saying before, is the thing that can make you to step up, and probably Real needs that. What do you think, Milena?
Yes, of course. I mean, as I say, they're full of talent. They're players that they know the competition. They're newcomers that play great and has this experience in EuroLeague. So I think they can, but let's see.
Now, can you just give me a few minutes to, I don't know, let's say something finally good about the Italians? Finally, because it's and I'm sorry to say that, but it's incredible that both the team got their wins in their home soil. And as I said, Milan got the win against Real Madrid, and that was so important in the way that it arrived, but most important of all, and they had a new addiction like Nico Mannion is, and I think that the fact that they add a player like him, you remember, Milena, we was just talking about creating things, and
Yeah,
he's
that's it.
the creator. He's the creator,
Yeah.
and as you noticed, Neno Dimitrievich, that was playing in the 2 position, scored 22 points. So I think that Nico Mannion was the addiction that Milano needed. But I think, in my opinion, and probably in the whole market, in the whole Italian market opinion, the win that Virtus Bologna got in their finally home soil against Maccabi was something. I don't know. I don't like to say it incredible because it was not incredible, but it finally happened, and I really love the way how it happened. And in particular, if I have to mention someone, obviously Tocco, obviously Will Clyburn finally finding its way and its chemistry with the whole team. But if I have to mention one guy, I would like to say Alessandro Paiola, not just because he's an Italian guy, but we just say that him is a defending player, is a defender. We call him the ministry of the defense, like in Italy, it's politics. But I would like to say that I don't know if you agree with that or if you have any other opinions, but it doesn't matter how many points you score, but the most important thing is how you score that and when you score that. And for me, he's the clutch player that Virtus was missing in the last games, in particular in the Italian derby. What do you think? I know that I left you speechless with the
Yeah,
with the
you did.
Italian victories.
Yeah.
I know.
It's been too much.
I'm with you on that. Like sometimes it's super important to find the key players to step up in the right moments for the team to get a very important win. What I like the most about Virtus, apart from the win they got against Maccabi, is the fact that they're not giving up. Like they didn't have the best start of the season, unlike last year when they were the surprising team of this league. They had some struggles this year, but they are not giving up. And I say this because there were many reports saying that Isaiah Cordigné might be transferring to Real Madrid, which we talked about earlier. But I think it was Luca Baraldi, Julia, correct me if I'm wrong, who said like this is not happening. We are still trusting the team. We are still trusting our sponsors. And we will keep on fighting. We won't change our cards in the middle of the season.
We're just going to speak about the important and clutch players. We said it before, but Evan Fournier, not just for the clutch role that he got in the post-game show with you and Lisa, but in particular in the game, obviously, that he has against Panathinaikos. I thought he was crazy when he turned his head and put the tongue out of his mouth, looking to the crowd. I said, okay. But do you think he's finally adjusting to the Bersokas game?
Yeah, that was definitely a crazy moment that he explained fully later on, saying like the emotion is really high, and when you make a buzzing crowd like shut their mouths is like unbelievable, which is but knowing how things can go really wild in Greece, I wouldn't recommend that for future games to any players of these teams, just for reference. But yeah, Evan Fournier is definitely a clutch player. He has proved himself from the very beginning. He scored 8 out of his 22 points in the last 3 minutes of the game. When Panathinaikos tried to do the comeback and got the lead after 2 free throws of Kostas Loukas, he was definitely the go-to guy at the end. The fact that the other players are trusting him is also super important, because we have like the general conception that this is the team of Sasha Vezenkov, which is only about right because he was the MVP of the league before he left for the NBA. But Sasha Vezenkov is the one that trusts Evan Fournier the most and try to feed him all the time. Fournier has proved himself like constantly so far this season, and I think he will only get better. But what I like the most is the fact that everybody on the team says something nice about his work ethic, how much he puts in the work. And even though he's a big superstar, he used to play in the NBA for 12 years in a row, he has made so many money, he's still putting in the work. He needs to win. He's trying to do everything he can to let his team win. The other day, Coach Barzokas revealed that Fournier called one of his assistants at 2 a.m. To ask about a flare screen. he did
Yeah.
wrong. He misread on the defense, which is amazing. Says a lot about his work ethic and his character, of course.
Yes, he's growing. He's feeling more comfortable. I see him like he's the real Fournier that we all know, step by step. Learning from Sasha Bezenkov. He said that, so.
Yeah.
Girls, I think that we got a run, and obviously we're going to see what Ivan Fournier and the whole Olympiacos team will do in the next round of EuroLeague, because that's what we're going to talk about. And Asta, here's about you, because the next game is Šarūnas Jasikevičius coming back home, so it's Žalgiris Fenerbahce. What do you think?
It's always exciting when he is coming home, because about his interviews, about his conferences, press conferences. It's always nice to hear what he has to say in Lithuania. So I think this double round week is exciting, and it's gonna be a reality check for Žalgiris. At first Paris, then Fener. It's like the first game in Paris gonna impact gonna have a huge impact for the next game. But in recent games under Šara, Žalgiris always won at home, of course, at home. So my prediction that Žalgiris is gonna win again.
Wow.
Wow.
We're doing predictions now. Okay.
And how about your predictions, Milena, on another very important game? And you have to tell us if we have to expect a very, very long game again between Real Madrid and Ep3.
4 overtimes last year. I hope it's not so long, and I hope Real Madrid can make it this time at home in El Palacio de Deportes. And let's see, Vincent Poirier is going to be back. I got another game, FC Barcelona against Paris. Because I can't wait to see this couple, Panther against TJ Short.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's Paris against Barcelona is gonna be crazy. Like one of the most beautiful basketball teams in the world and in the EuroLeague right now.
And probably just took good memories to Barcelona, because they won their last EuroLeague in Paris. So who knows what's gonna happen? And I'm sorry to tell, girls, but we gotta go. The stop clock just has rung, and we totally gotta go. But let's remember that there are more episodes to come, and feel free to follow each action of EuroLeague Championship in the EuroLeague TV. And obviously, feel free, and yes, you just have to continuing on watching us on this EuroLeague and Friends podcast on EuroLeague YouTube channel. And girls, help me, because you just have to view, comment, share, whatever you want to do in good terms of all that with us. And as I said, thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you all of you EuroLeague fans. See you next week.
See you.
Ciao.
Bye.